On April 2025, a powerful yet quiet astrological alignment unfolded. Mercury, the planet of communication and thought, conjoined with the north node of destiny in the mystical waters of Pisces. This event may have passed with no dramatic skies or cosmic explosions, but its effect resonates beneath the surface of our reality. It's a moment of recalibration, a whisper from the universe telling us, destiny is being rewritten, not in loud declarations, but in the stillness of the soul. While the peak of this energy crescendoed around April 5th, its influence began weaving through consciousness days before and will continue unfolding long after. For those attuned to subtle shifts, it may have felt like a ripple in the soul, an invisible hand nudging you inward. This isn't a moment you'll see with your eyes, but one you'll feel in your gut, your heart, and the deep knowing that something has changed. Subtle symptoms of change. You may have felt a strange restlessness lately, thoughts circling, sleep disrupted, a heightened emotional sensitivity. These aren't coincidences, they're energetic cues. Mercury governs the mind, and in Pisces, its logic becomes fluid, intuitive, and dreamlike. The North Node is the magnetic pull of our future path. Their union invites us to sense the invisible, to trust what we feel more than what we see. This conjunction marks a shift in direction, not just for individuals, but for collective consciousness. If you've been sensing that something bigger is coming, you're right. This is the universe initiating a quiet course correction, a sacred call toward your true path. The signs aren't obvious, but they're there, an old desire returning, a sudden pull to create, or an urge to release something long held. Activation message and call to action. Right now, destiny is rearranging itself. The timeline you're stepping into is more aligned with your truth than anything you've walked before. But this is a co-creative process. You're not just a passenger, you're a conscious architect. To anchor this new energy, engage with it, speak it, claim it, amplify it. You're being asked to rise into a new frequency. Take a moment to like this message, subscribe if it resonates, and type 777 in the comments to align with divine support and activate your path forward. Numerologically, 777 is a sign of spiritual alignment and divine intervention. It's not just symbolic, it's an energetic agreement that says, I'm ready. Ready to follow your inner knowing. Ready to surrender to the journey. Ready to remember who you are. The energy of chaos, Mercury retrograde. In this very same window, Mercury's retrograde motion begins to stir the waters of the mind and spirit. Expect delays, miscommunications, tech glitches, and frustrations, but don't mistake this for dysfunction. This chaos is intentional. It clears the noise so you can hear what truly matters. It disrupts the external so you can focus within. Mercury retrograde in Pisces brings confusion, yes, but also clarity through surrender. The illusions we cling to begin to unravel. We're being pulled back, not as a punishment, but as preparation. You're being asked to rethink everything, your ideas, your path, your voice. What is real? What is fear? What is love disguised as logic? This retrograde reveals answers not through action, but through stillness. Spiritual cleansing and inner awakening. Old wounds may resurface now, grief you thought was gone, insecurities you buried, desires you suppressed. Don't run from them. This is spiritual housekeeping, a cleansing of the energetic body. Just as a storm clears stagnant air, this emotional turbulence clears your path to higher truth. This is a powerful time to release habits, relationships, identities that no longer reflect who you are becoming. As Mercury journeys backward and meets the karmic waters of Pisces, the veils thin between your past and your future. Let your pain teach you. Let your truth rise. Let your soul remember who you were before the world told you who to be. The voice within, realigning with purpose. There is a voice whispering inside of you. It's quiet, but persistent. And during this portal, it becomes harder to ignore. That voice isn't doubt, it's direction. It's the map of your soul speaking through memory, emotion, and sudden clarity. Are you listening? The cosmos is inviting you to realign with purpose, not the one you've been conditioned to chase, but the one you were born to live. This is a time to return to what you loved as a child. What made you feel alive before life became about survival? It's not too late. In fact, the timing has never been more divine. Transformation through retrograde. As Mercury retraces its steps, so too must we. This retrograde is less about fixing the past and more about releasing it. Letting go of narratives that no longer define you. Letting go of guilt that never belonged to you. Letting go of dreams that weren't yours to carry. This is the path to emotional sovereignty. To forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. It is in this letting go that you find peace. And through peace, clarity, authenticity, truth. You're not who you were. You're who you've always been, finally returning home to yourself. Moving into destiny, North Node influence. The North Node doesn't lead us where it's easy. It leads us where it's necessary. In Pisces, it calls us to trust without proof, to love without condition, to step into the unknown without needing a map. This is the energy of divine surrender. Pisces energy softens the edges of destiny. It says, feel your way there. This is not the time for rigid plans. It's a time for intuitive navigation. The North Node is shifting your life's direction, and yes, it may feel like you're losing control. That's okay. Sometimes you have to lose your grip on what was to step fully into what can be. Reconnect ion with forgotten dreams. Have you noticed old dreams resurfacing lately? Long-lost desires or creative visions that you thought were gone forever? That's not nostalgia. It's a soul reminder. The past is reaching forward to meet your future. What you once loved is still waiting to love you back. This is a sacred merging of timelines. Don't rush. Don't force decisions. Let your awareness lead. Not everything returning is meant to stay, but everything returning is meant to teach. Ask yourself, what lights me up? What feels true? What feels heavy? The answers are already inside you. Listening to the signs. The universe speaks in whispers, repeating numbers, overheard words, sudden memories, symbolic dreams. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. When Mercury meets the North Node, communication from spirit becomes louder, though it may still arrive in subtle ways. Pay attention. That song on the radio. That book that falls off the shelf. That conversation you didn't expect to have. Each moment carries information. The signs aren't always logical, but they are always divine. Let them guide you through the fog. Your soul's voice, truth and memory. This isn't a time of learning, it's a time of remembering. You don't need more information. You need deeper connection to the wisdom already living in you. Your soul knows the way. You've walked this path before, in lifetimes past and dreams forgotten. Now, you're being called to embody that truth. To stop doubting your intuition. To stop silencing your knowing. This isn't new. It's ancient. The more you trust your inner voice, the clearer your outer world becomes. Destiny and divine timing. You are being prepared for something bigger. That sudden surge of mental energy, those vivid dreams, that emotional intensity, it's not random. It's a recalibration. You're not breaking down, you're realigning. This is divine timing. The universe isn't late. It's deliberate. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment was a part of the orchestration. And now, your soul is synchronizing with your highest path. From time to frequency. Linear time is dissolving. You may feel like things are manifesting quickly, or falling apart just as fast. That's because you're shifting from time-based reality to frequency-based living. Emotions become keys. Intentions become blueprints. If you feel like your old identity no longer fits, you're right. That version of you was never the final form. You're not breaking. You're unfolding. Into something truer. Something freer. Something infinite. Mind versus intuition. Trust the inner guide. During this shift, logic may feel sluggish, like it's lagging behind your intuition. Don't panic. You're not confused, you're evolving. The inner voice is rising. It can't be ignored anymore. It's demanding your trust. The dream you once abandoned now returns with force. Clearer. Louder. more insistent. This time, you know it's not fantasy. It's memory. It's soul truth. All you have to do is say yes. Embrace the invitation. This isn't a challenge. This is a sacred invitation. You stand on the edge of past and future, truth and illusion, identity and essence. The choice is yours. Do you go back to what's familiar, or forward into what's divine? Transformation doesn't begin with a plan. It begins with surrender, with the courage to follow your soul's voice through the unknown. The path is already forming. The light is already guiding you. All that's left is to walk it.